back in the day, didn't we?
A lot of good memories, yeah.
And this right here, this is Susie. She's my agent. We went to school together, and
friends a long time.
And then Reed was a year ahead of me in school, so
that's all right. John, this is just a consent to contact you about your account. If they need to, they can contact you by cell phone. Next thing we're going to talk about, John, this is kind of the numbers overview. It's called a closing disclosure settlement statement. But basically, it's kind of how we arrive at the numbers and what you're bringing today to closing. The bottom line is here, and let me show you how we got there. We're going to start on the second page, and these are the lender-related closing costs, so to speak, right here. This is basically what the lender charges in connection with your loan.
okay.
This is the title portion of it, to do the title search on it, to do the closing and all that. That's what the title portion of it is. And this is the recording fee. This is what the county charges to record the deed into your name. And so we'll, of course, do that for you, but that's what the county charges.
What's this $75 times 2 deeds? What's that?
That's over on the seller side. That doesn't.
Oh, so there's 2 different sides here. Okay,
yeah, that's the seller. Over here. This is your column. I'm sorry. So this is your portion right here, and we're going to carry that number to here. Okay. Purchase price is $27. If we add up your settlement charges, it totals a gross amount of what you're bringing is here. Now, next section are your credits. This is your earnest money deposit here. This is your new loan amount, so we deduct that as well.
At the moment.
Okay. Now, this is your column here. That's the sellers. That won't affect you at all. Okay. If that's good, you'll sign right there.
Okay.
Okay. We'll make you copies of everything, obviously.
I paid $5,000 down on the property plus financed the closing costs. So my bank had some closing fees that were very reasonable. Then there's title search fees and title transfer fees that you saw there a few minutes ago. Then I added the $165 for title insurance. All right, guys, I wanted to show you the sewer tap and the water tap. They're in the middle on the sides of the property because I was able to put them where I wanted to because we have water all the way around the property and we have sewer that comes down through here. This costed, I'm thinking, $825 for them to come in, and they dug out this property here back to the line and had to find it, the sewer line. They attached a clamp to it and drilled into it, and now we have a meter, and we'll tap in right here on this and turn this on once we got our pump going, and then right down through here there'll be a 1-inch water line, I think, or sewer line that comes down here to our tanks, and you're going to see us putting these tanks in here in a few minutes. I just came back to kind of show you these, and as you can see right here, we've got this grade work done, but we're going to go back in time in just a little bit and show you how we got here. So let's go right down here to our water tap, and I'll show you the water tap, and we'll talk about that one. We have a 4-inch main water line that comes through here. I'm going to think that was $950 for them to tap into the water. Might have been $925. I'll have it there on the screen so you can see it. This one was a little bit different than when I built a house many years ago. Now they require 2 meters. The Follett City Utilities put this meter here in, and it's really neat. You can see him putting that together there. Back right in here just a little ways, and then we had to put a second meter in right here, so we have another shutoff valve and a pressure regulator valve. So that is 2 of the things that we've got done that we've been needing. We have started leveling, we have water, we have sewer here. So far we've done pretty good, so let's see what else is going on here. Charlie started digging out the hole for the septic tank, and I had previously already got the building permits, and I'm going to talk about them real quick. I had to get a county building permit that was $11.50. I got a state building permit for $350. I also paid an extra $100 for the state inspector to come out and do a consultation to tell me what I need to do and not do. And then also there's $175 for electrical permit. So there we are, another $636.50. Then on Facebook, I posted that I needed a temporary power pole, and Couty here that's pulling up had one, and he delivers it for $600.
I'm gonna run up here to the house and see if I've got 3 tubers.
Okay.
And I'll bring them back here and drop them off.
We're going to set that today and see what we can do.
I didn't have a 30 inch, but I went watching it.
Appreciate that. Thanks.
I thought I had one, but I didn't.
All right, let's talk about the septic system that I'm having to put in here. There are several different types of systems, and I was unaware of a pressurized system because I've only really been accustomed to what we would call a gravity-fed system, where your sewer and water runs downhill into a system. You don't need any type of tanks, or you don't need any type of fill lines. You don't need any type of pumps for that. That's what I thought we were going to be able to do, was to connect directly into gravity-fed sewage with the $950 tap, and we were going to be done. But I learned a very expensive lesson that it does have sewer, but it is a pressurized system. So it has to have a pump to pump the excess water into this system. You still have to have a tank so that you can have your solids in one side, just like a regular septic system that would have leach fields or drainage beds that I thought we at first was going to put in, that was going to put in field lines, but then found out through the state that if you have access to city sewer, you have to hook to the sewer. Now, there's 2 different types of pump systems that you can put in to hook to the system. You can use what's called a shredder pump, which does not take a large tank like you see being put in right here. This is a 1,000-gallon tank. A shredder pump has a small barrel that shreds everything, and then through about a 1-inch line that we was looking at earlier there, runs it into the city sewer system. That's a pressurized system. It shreds everything. This system doesn't shred. I decided not to go with the shredder system, but to go with what's called the septic tank effluent pump, or it's called the STEP, S-T-E-P system. And this lets the solids go into the first side that you see here with the green lid, and the liquids will then leach over into the liquid side, and there's a pump system that pumps that about 20 feet to the city sewer line there. And then we have a lot of things that we're going to talk about in the future on this, and I don't have the exact totals on this because this project is not finished, but I do know we have been charging these parts at the La Follette Mining Supply, where Charlie has done business for his septic tank installing business. And so we've been going and getting different things for the water system, pressure regulator valves, and everything we need for that. Then we bought the pump, the tank there. I think the tank that you see, that plastic tank's about $1,300. So let's go and see what Charlie's getting ready to hook up the water, and let's talk to him a little bit. So what we got there, Charlie? Explain what you're doing.
We got a pressure regulator, shut-off valve, and a check valve, and this is a CTS compression fit.
Okay, so you're needing a box and a few other things. We're going to pick you up some parts, and we'll be back as soon as we can.
Alrighty.
Charlie was able to get the line buried and hooked up. He's getting ready to turn the water on at the main water tap box, and then he'll go to the box that he installed that we didn't get to film. Sorry about that, but we'll show you the box here in just a second. I have no idea what these parts cost on the water box, or the meter box he put in, and the other parts, the pressure regulator valve, There's a lot of parts coming up here that you're going to see that will be the next video before I'll give you a total on it. So our total spending is stopped right now because I actually haven't paid that bill and I haven't paid Charlie.
I think it comes preset like 50 pound or 50 psi, but that is on.
So this is new since the last time I had a meter put in. They've got this electronic reader on it so they don't have to come read it. Those that's watching, we're just putting this here temporarily because we are going to grade this area here for the building, and then once we get the building ready for the concrete, we'll run this into the building, this line. But for now, so we can have temporary water for the RV, Charlie's got us hooked up. So Charlie had started working on the water system for us because he was waiting for the risers to get back for the septic system. So now he's getting ready to start installing our 3-inch sewer drain line that will run from our building once it's built. We will tap into that and use that for our RV. So the side that you see there now, that's the side that's the inside where the solid goes into first. He's drilling a hole in the side, and then he will use that black piece of pipe you see in front of him there to attach to the 3-inch drain pipe in order to have the solids on that side. It's a 2-chamber system here, and this is the same type of system that you would use, or the same type of septic tank that you would use for a leach field or a septic field system where it was going out into the ground, the excess water. The tanks are the same. We're just, instead of the water going into the leach bed field, it's going into the city sewer. So he's getting that installed, and just a kind of an estimated ideal on this tank. I'm going to think the parts, including the tank, the pump, and all the different valves and chambers and hosings and fittings and the control box that it has to have, is going to be, just parts alone, it's going to be about $4,000 to $5,000, and then Charlie's labor, I'm not for sure what that'll be, but we're going to be in this for probably $7,000, $8,000, $9,000 total at some point, depending. But we'll get those totals and hopefully on the next video and tell you how much it's going to cost. There Charlie is filling that line in for us, and let's go back and talk to him for just a second. So Charlie, let me ask you a question. Since you do septic tanks, these risers are not common on just a regular septic tank with a fill line, is it? So these risers is probably for this pump system to come up so you can work on that all the time.
Yep.
And it comes up, I see it comes up out of the tank, the chamber that we put in there.
I have seen a riser put on a tank just so you can get to the lids on a regular concrete tank.
All right, so we went and picked these risers up. They're 12 inches, and that way you can stack more on here. We're probably going to need 2 of them. I don't even know if we're going to need 2 for sure. Maybe on this side we'll need 2, but they're really neat. They just snap in. I'm going to try to get this one started. I got to get this dirt out of here probably a little bit. Now these cracks, so it'll seal good. And then this way, if this tank gets full, within 5 minutes we can have the lid off and somebody can come pump it real easy. So we've learned a lot on this project. There's a big difference in just gravity fed sewer and sewer. We found out we had sewer and we got, all right, we're good, but we can't just connect into sewer because it's a pressurized system. That pressurized system causes us a lot of problems. So we have to have a tank and a pump, and we could find nothing on YouTube about putting this in. And this is not going to be a complete video on it because there'll be other parts of it we'll do later maybe, but as far as wiring it and all that. But I did want to show you the risers. I thought these was really neat because they'll snap right down in here, and then when peel some dirt around this here in just a little bit and get this starting to look a lot better. Going upside down goes this way. Now it's in place, and Charlie will put some screws in it in a second. Charlie had that drill for his excavator that was just amazing to be able to drill that 4-foot hole, because I sure would have hated to have drilled that or had to dug that by hand with post hole diggers. So we got the pole set up, but there's quite a bit more work that's got to be done to the pole at this point. I have to have bracing on it, and I have to have a 8-foot ground rod that's going to be driven into the ground. But as you can see here in just a second, we try to put it in with his backhoe here, but it seems that we hit a rock or we hit something, because it would not go in all the way without bending. We got it almost in there, but I decided to reach out to a friend of mine, and Terry Goins, and telling him about it. And he used to work for a company where they had to set these poles, and he said, hey, I can borrow a jackhammer and get that in there for you. And that's exactly what he done. He went and borrowed that jackhammer, and boy, it really did a job on that pole. So we got that 8-foot ground rod in, and it was just something that was very difficult to do with the backhoe. But check this out.
Go ahead and open it, or just like it.
Huh?
How far you want it up?
I have
4
no
inches?
idea. Is that what's the?
Well, you just got to get a clamp on it.
Okay.
Put your ground wire and a clamp on it.
Yeah, you're right. I ain't never used it. Last time I talked to them, Dad.
grab one of those 4-inch blocks and bring it up to the front.
Yeah, let me see, there's a 4-inch box.
Down right there. Give me another one right on the other side. That's the same spot.
Yeah, we got stuff back here. Yeah, I know. I can never get over that trailer.
Back's gotta come out.
Beautiful.
Hold that right there, Eli.
It'll be very
Ben.
Zoe and my daughter's dog. Yeah.
You got the jack out?
Where those flowers are. The middle?
Yeah.
And how long is that? It's basically perfect.
One more. You know, we're really delivering this thing.
We got one more project done. We got the building moved. Now we got something to put our tools in, and these boys has really worked hard. You might have seen some of them on some of the other videos when we've been filming down in Muddy Pond with the Gunther family. Tell us, Holly, their names.
So this is Ben, our youngest, and Eli, and Alex.
Well, they sure are hard workers. They got out there and
Pretty
moved
good
them block and helped Nathan today, and we really appreciate you. They had to come a long ways to get here to help us do this. They
We're a
come
couple
all the
hours
way,
out.
Yeah.
couple hours out, and so I was showing them your shirt. Well, I don't know if we talked about your shirt
No,
before.
these are new. After our first video, we put these together, and we've got them for sale in the store now.
Slow as molasses, Muddy Pond, Tennessee, sweet as sorghum. So they can, y'all have a Facebook page on it.
Yep.
It's called Muddy Pond Variety Store. And they can make a message on there and you can
Yep.
get something shipped to them.
Yeah,
and,
if you want them shipped, we'll ship them to you.
And we're hoping to get back down and film some more here before too long. Get some of that mule being used in horses,
Yeah.
I think, hopefully. So
I think he's got a team of, is it 3 or 4?
4, but
Horses,
he
yeah.
usually just runs 2 when he's
Cultivating and plowing. Yeah.
So are you gonna, if we come down to film, are you gonna get out there and learn how to do it?
I will, sure.
It's fun.
You gonna get out there and help?
I've done it before.
You've
I
done
enjoy it. Yeah, it's got a, when you're riding it, it's got a set of pedals right here. If you're on a hill,
Yeah.
you can push down, so it'll steer you. So
I
you
like
can keep
that.
this. The mules know what they're doing, but you still have to keep that thing up.
So this is a good looking tractor you got here.
Oh yeah,
He painted this.
Oh,
I
did
painted
you?
that. Yeah, like the new ones.
Stripe on it.
We put a new seat on it.
Oh, okay. So you upgraded it, huh?
Yeah, I upgraded it. It had a tear in the seat. I got that so cheap.
Yeah, I need something about like this out here to mow
Yep,
with. This
yep.
would be
Yeah.
perfect.
Oh,
We
this-
we pull our little camper with it.
Yeah.
Around
Yeah?
the house.
Oh, well, yeah. You can move my trailer up there then. We might move it down here since you got that.
Oh yeah, I do.
So, yeah, I like that trailer. It fits right on there, don't it?
Yeah. But that's a 2-inch.
That Charlie's even taking down trees for us, man. He's done everything on this property so far for us. He's amazing the work he's got done. Look around here. We are almost done, except this dirt right here will go back around our foundation. Once we get our concrete down, we're smoothed out down here. We're gonna put hay down. But that Charlie, he's something else. Look at that fella. He turned that tree plumb down for us. Hey guys, check this out. Fred and Sheila, some friends of ours that we made through the channel. They started coming to some of our meet and greets, and they've been here before and mowed for us the last time. And this time, they brought us a snapper lawnmower. They're giving this to us here for our property, 18 horsepower, and this was Sheila's lawnmower for 16 years, and we're so excited. Thank you guys.
Back in this corner up here.
Stone coming, concrete coming out right here.